when you're raised religious and you're not really into it, you learn how to be a really good liar. Because again, like all of like me lying and getting away with it, I'm out scot-free, and the punishment was going to be the same anyway if I got caught. Yeah. So I'd say for all the things that I actually got caught doing, I only got caught like 20% of the time.
Oh, wow.
I got caught doing everything once.
Yeah, well, that's a good ratio.
Yeah. So I'd say 20% is like pretty good.
Did your parents make you go to like church every Sunday and all that?
Yeah. Mormons have to go to church for like 8 hours a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's like, when you're in high school, it's once every morning before school, once for an hour every morning before school, and then 3 hours on Sunday. And then Wednesday nights, they would do like youth group kind of thing.
And is it like that Pacific, like 8 hours? Like you have to do 8 hours?
Or well, when you're like younger, when you're not doing like, they call it seminary, which is the thing before school, it's 3 hours every Sunday. And then it's the youth group thing on Wednesday. But yeah, that's pretty standard. Like church is 3 hours on Sunday. And I always like, I candidly always say it's like, which is a lot because like most people only go to church for like 3 hours a week, 3 hours a year. You know, it's like Christmas, Easter, and an unplanned pregnancy scare. Like that's, but we had to do like double that like every single week.
Yeah, so I bet you know the Mormon book pretty good.
Oh, no, I've never read that
you
thing.
Never read
like,
it?
No, I was never into it, man. Like
I did 8 hours a week, but I didn't learn shit.
You learn like I remember some stuff, but I never like read the book like from front to back and whatnot. I actually was more interested in like the history of the church, like how it was founded and Joseph Smith and like all that stuff, because that's like a little bit more relevant, like history. That's the stuff I'm kind of interested in. But when it comes to all of the like woo-woo spiritual like stories from like ancient, the whole book is about Jesus coming to America. Did you know that?
Jesus came to America?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't know? They made a book about it, so it's got to be true. And they were like, yeah, you know that last book we did about Jesus, not good enough. We should. They're just like gonna keep it going like Fast and the Furious. You know? Like,
are you being serious?
Oh yeah. Oh. And they're like, oh, Paul Walker's back. Interesting choice. Like, so it's about Jesus coming to America. There's two tribes, the Nephites and the Lamanites, and that's supposedly an ancient civilization that existed here, even though there's never really been any evidence to support that. And like the Nephites were the good ones, the Lamanites were the bad ones, and it was about Jesus coming here to kind of like tell them to stop fighting, essentially.
Huh.
Yeah.
Look that up.
Yeah, man. I mean,
it's
interesting, but when it's your whole life, you know, you're kind of like, I don't know if I buy it. I don't know if I'm into this. You know, I don't know if
I buy this shit.
Yeah, man. We were always the kid. I remember there was me, my older brother, Sean, and we had like 3 or 4 friends that were kind of like our age group, and none of them were kind of like into it either, right? So we were always skipping like the classes we had to go to. I remember I lit my hair on fire one time in the kitchen because I was trying to light a cigarette on the stove.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because I was like a cool guy. Back in high school, I was like smoking cigarettes, and I was a dishwasher at a
I take it you had long hair.
Oh yeah, so like I had like pretty bushy bowl cut kind of thing. But I had dreadlocks at one point when I was in college. Wow. Those white guy dreads, very sideshow Bobby. But yeah, I used to be way more of like a skater and like hippie.
Yeah.
And then just kind of changed over time.
Was it the dreadlocks that caught on fire?
Yeah, no, it wasn't the dreadlocks. It was just like my regular kind of like fluffy like hair or whatever. But yeah, we were still always doing that like kind of stuff. I remember somebody brought what's the beer? Nat. It might have been like a Natty Light or something like that. And they brought that to church one day, and we went outside. We're all drinking like warm beer in a circle because we thought we were cool.
Check it out, man. Natty Light.
Yeah,
just I mean, this from my dad.
Were you raised religious or anything?
Only when we were in trouble.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. you had to pay the punishment with God.
My dad would be like, he would say we're getting in trouble. He'd say, "You need Jesus," and we're going to church. But he would just drop us off and then drive off. And
oh, really? He wouldn't even go? He's like, you'll learn something. Don't worry.
It'd be random ones, too. Like, he would Google it or look on the map. There's a church over here. Take you over there and drop you off. And that was our punishment.
I remember, so we had to, much like a confessional in like the Catholic Church, like if you got caught doing something, you had to go confess your sins to, we don't have like priests, we have bishops. That was like kind of our thing. Same deal, different title, right? And you had to go like talk to him just like in his office about what happened. And I remember I had gotten caught getting head from this girl when I was in like
What?
Yeah, when I was in like it was like my sophomore or junior year or something like
In
that.
the church?
No. Never in the church. God, I was gonna say I probably would have erupted. But we got caught because like she wound up like I think I don't know if her sister like overheard her talking about it or something. So her sister ratted us out. So her parents called my parents. It's a whole thing. My mom like I'm just in my room, high, trying to do math homework, and, which doesn't really go well when I'm sober. And then I'm like, oh, I should smoke before I do this. See if we can have this take up 3 times as much time as it normally would. And then I just hear, Corey! I was like, oh no.